We want to get you back to our meteorologist, Danielle Moss, with us. But first, we want to send things over to Melissa Nord as you are tracking those impacts that we have already seen in other parts of the country finally make their way here.
And we're about 15 minutes away from sunset. And you're going to see a pretty rapid change in how much we see on radar after sunset. That's a natural time for the atmosphere to cool. So that's going to help a lot of this. Number one, give us rain, and number two, change from rain to freezing rain. Big picture, the moisture, it's on our doorstep. We're seeing it starting to move into northwest Georgia. The radar's starting to moisten up in Alabama as well. So a lot of this is beginning to reach the ground. That includes northwest Georgia. The road temperatures themselves are still in the mid-30s. So I-75 and I-59, the pavement is wet, but the air temperature is now below freezing. And that's where we're seeing that transition from rain to freezing rain. Little rain also moving in towards Calhoun. Zooming in a little closer, you change over before you get to Dalton into that freezing rain. Radar is also picking up on maybe those highest peaks like the Richard Russell Scenic Highway with a little bit of a wintry mix developing. I think we're going to see a lot more of this developing in Helen, in White County as we get past about 7 o'clock this evening. Ice amounts highest in northeast Georgia, especially this kind of corridor right here from Lumpkin County over to White County, Hall County near Gainesville. That's where we could be well over ½ an inch with ice accumulations. And as we see the sun coming up tomorrow, and then again on Monday, both days in a row, we're going to have gusty winds, and that adds a new level of difficulty to the equation for power outages, as meteorologist Danielle Moss joins me now to talk about.
Exactly, Melissa. That's the one thing that we are continuing to watch as well. It's not just the roads, it is also what's happening above. This is look at our weather impacts. Right now, we are already seeing some gusty winds, but they are going to get worse. Not only do we have that freezing rain threat overnight tonight, but we also see those winds picking up. Here's a look at our current gusts. Over the last few hours, we recorded a 25-mile-an-hour wind gust here in metro Atlanta. Over the next few hours, they are going to increase. Here's a look at 1 a.m. Overnight, we could be getting near 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and this trend will be continuing throughout this event. Once things calm down, unfortunately, that cold air will be sticking for quite some time, and then we're going to be talking about some dangerously cold weather that will be arriving. In fact, Monday, your actual low temperature, when you wake up on Monday morning, temperatures will be into the 20s here in metro Atlanta, maybe near 17 in Blairsville. But when you factor in the wind chill, it could feel anywhere from 0 degrees to maybe 15 degrees. So not only are you talking about this winter weather threat, Melissa, but we also now have this cold weather advisory that's in effect, and it does include metro Atlanta for Monday morning. And that is just the beginning of it. Really, to be honest with you, Tuesday morning looks just as cold, and we could be seeing some really brutally cold temperatures to wake up for the next few mornings as we start next week.
And that's not good news for people who do lose their power, because with colder air moving in, your home temperature drops. That increases the risk of your pipes freezing in your house as well. Okay, let's kind of recap the timing of when all this is going to play out for us over the next 24 hours. First things first this evening, between now and 10 o'clock, precipitation moves in. Initially, this is going to be rain in Atlanta. We are still 44 degrees outside. But as we get closer to 10 o'clock tonight, watch that pink moving down from Gainesville through Gwinnett County into Atlanta. That's that transition to freezing rain. So by midnight tonight, the whole area is dealing with freezing rain through first thing tomorrow morning. There will be windows tonight where it's a little more intense in terms of the rate of it coming down. There will be a break tomorrow morning where it's more like freezing drizzle, but as we go into the afternoon tomorrow, another big slug of moisture is coming in, and it's going to warm the temperatures up in Atlanta above the freezing mark. It's going to move the temperatures up in Marietta above the freezing mark, but there's still ice on the roadways, on the trees, and freezing rain is going to be ongoing for that little section of northeast Georgia. So more heavy rain coming in for the afternoon. This sweeps out tomorrow evening, but then the cold really settles in. So we'll be looking at that threat of the flash freeze that Danielle was talking about first thing on Monday morning. I'm going to close with this. Okay, while we're tracking an ice storm here, central and southern Georgia is going to be dealing with potentially severe weather tomorrow. And there's actually a couple of counties in our viewing area that are under a level 1 risk of damaging winds, plus a winter weather advisory at the same time. So very powerful system that we're tracking here. And I think that freezing rain threat will be our largest impact in northeast Georgia, where the power outages could be most widespread.